We're getting close to a busy time of year. Kids are about to be out of school, family vacations are coming up, and there's just going to be a change in your routine. And for a lot of people, a change in routine means a drop in overall exercise, training time, and focus on that physical, mental health piece that we love to capitalize on from our training. So one thing I challenge you to think about, and I try to explain this especially to masters athletes, is I try to think about daily versus weekly volume. And what I mean by that is we always get caught up in this daily volume. And we get upset that we can't complete something that we have scheduled that day. Or it's like, man, I was going to go to that strength class and I don't have time, so I just don't do anything, right? That's usually the response that we get when we can't fit our normal scheduled training into our day. What I challenge you to think about is your weekly volume. At the end of the day, you have a 7-day period to get as much training done as you can or follow your plan as best you can. And if one day it doesn't really work out and you can only do 10 minutes, maybe you do some mobility for 10 minutes, maybe you just warm up just so you work out some kinks for 10 minutes. Then the next day, maybe you have a little bit more time. You're there for a little bit over an hour and you're getting your training done. At the end of the week, you can still get to the same weekly volume if you were doing just as written each day, or if you had to kind of yo-yo to fit your schedule. So I challenge you not just to nix a complete training session because you don't have time. What do you have time for? Can you stretch a little bit while you're watching TV, go through some mobility drills? Can you go for a walk just to work out kinks and get the blood flowing a little bit? All of those things are helping training and they're all funneling into that training volume. And then when you have more time, get through a full session. It's still going to add up to a meaningful weekly volume. Is it perfect? No, not by any means. But does it work when your life gets busy? And can it still result in good performance and achieving your goals? Absolutely. So shift your mind from this thought of daily, okay, I have to do this on Tuesday, to give yourself a menu of things you have to get done by the end of the week. That's what I like to do with my training. I just write down what I want to accomplish that week, and then I go in as it fits my schedule. It's not set up based on what I can do in a certain training session that day, although that's great if you can follow a plan that way, but don't be locked in and just scrap everything if you can. Be able to yo-yo, go back and forth a little bit, focus on this weekly volume when things get busy.